points in the game.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will have the football first. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man to the left. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Rebels offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Rebels send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Aggies headed quickly to the line. Unloads quickly. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. And the Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quick release on the RPO. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. A lot of urgency for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
So now it's second and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to pass. It's Strong. Finds his man. It's Landry. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's caught. It's Landry. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Texas A&M going quickly.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Kamara. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run the counter. Shakes off the defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels. The Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Texas A&M's offense will get first crack at it here. They'll operate out of split backs. The inside handoff. Breaks the tackle. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. They'll run it from the gun. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3, it's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy...
Touchdown, Aggies! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Ole Miss offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Landry. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty... gain on that return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The give. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Back to throw. It's Strong. It's picked off. That's number 10.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Shoots his way for more. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Texas A&M going quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Complete with conviction on the crosser.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. They'll move the tight end. Right back to the well. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hamilton. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Rebels are on the move. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, this little guy is going to be difficult for any DB to cover, especially on these slant throws, because he gets out of his break and he explodes off the line of scrimmage so quickly.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Finds his tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Strong. He's got it. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they actually...
Touchdown! Oh, miss! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Snagged out of the air. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. On the move at the 30. Wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Crosses the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
From the gun, give on the inside. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Strong. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The give to the tailback. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Myers to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Grab near the marker. It's Landry. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Finds us back in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off the boot, looking for his man. On the run, fires downfield. And he is finding wide open defense all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. They'll go to the ground. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9. The Aggies in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Rides the back on the option, the give.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Completes it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give on the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Back to pass, it's Strong. Got it in the middle, it's Hamilton. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on fourth. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Pulls it in, it's Hamilton. Past the 40. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulled and fired complete. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Making side adjustments here. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Strong. looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
He's got it on the run. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Rebels! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Bringing the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. A&M comes back out with another first down. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverage.
And it's picked off for the third time today.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The lone back's got it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Rebels under the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. with the run on 1st and goal. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Texas A&M, 16.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.